Again, welcome to the meeting, to the presentation. I know that the meeting stated IT teachers, okay, but my presentation is going to be general and for all teachers.
Meaning hozir umuman ustozlar hozir bu yerda IT turibdi-ku ustozlar, lekin informatika o'tiribdi. Mening prezentatsiyam umumiy ustozlarni qanday qilib ustozlik qilish bo'yicha aytyapti o'sha. Hammaga to'g'ri keladi deyapti.
Okay, can I see who's IT teachers? IT?
Qo'lni ko'tarishdi, IT teachers.
Okay, perfect. Okay. So what I will do is whatever IT resources I have, I will send to you via Telegram.
Qanday resurslar, ma'lumotlar kerak sizga Telegramda?
Set with groups of teachers. So I will have to change the way I'm doing things because people are not sitting in groups.
Guruh qilamiz deyapti. Hozirda guruhlar qanday training bor ekan.
Okay, so I will just get back to the question and I will. Okay, so my name is Martin Koopman, okay, and I am from South Africa. Okay, Joriy Africa. Okay, perfect. So I am from Joriy Africa, ba'ushoy, Joriy Africa. Okay, right at the bottom. Okay, and I thought I'll just do it as introduction about myself, just to break the ice. Okay.
Men o'zimni tanishtirsam, Janubiy Afrikadanman. Ismim Martin Koopman deb aytdi. Ismim Martin Koopman.
Okay, so South Africa has got 9 provinces. Okay, I am from the Western Cape, so this is where I stay. Okay, so this is where I stay. Okay, in the Western Cape. Okay, and this is our flag in South Africa. Okay, this is my family. Okay, so I've got 2 girls. This is my big family. Okay. I graduated in 2008. Okay, as a business administrator.
Business sohasi bo'yicha u kishi tugatgan ekan.
Okay, I graduated in 2010 with my bachelor's in education. Okay, and I worked in South Africa for 8 years as a teacher.
Bakalavr darajasini tugatibdi, 8 yildan beri ustoz ekan.
Okay. 2019, 2020, I came to Uzbekistan.
Bu 2019-20 yillarda kelgan ekan. Birinchi Namanganga, Toshkentdagi 328 maktabga, undan keyin Namanganda, keyin COVID-19 paytida, ya'ni COVID paytida qaytib ketgan. Keyin Qarshiga 2022-yil Prezident maktabiga ishga ketgan.
So I started working at the presidential school in Tashkent first, when the first presidential school opened.
Birinchi Prezident maktabiga bu kishi kelgan ekan Tashkentga.
Okay, there's some pictures of me in Uzbekistan. Okay, and then some meals. Okay, and then working at Maktab 328.
Maktab 328.
Okay, these are some of our students at President School.
boshqa maktabidagi
Okay, so that is that presentation. So I just wanted to give some background information about myself.
shuni anodagi o'zini hayotlari haqidagi
Okay. Can I just see, are you the only person in the restaurant?
yeah.
Okay, so I can't do real group work with anyone, but maybe if I can do group work, you might just facilitate and assist me as far as possible. Okay? Yeah, I'm going to work with what I've got. Okay.
ingliz tilidan tushunadiganlarni ichida bitta guruh tashkil qilishimiz kerak.
Okay, so my workshop today is about the 5E instructional model. Okay, how can we present our lessons as teachers by making use of the 5E instructional model?
Beshta model haqida gaplashamiz. Qanday qilib o'qitish bo'yicha model bolalarni.
Okay, so I'm going to skip the baseline assessment. When we have baseline assessments with our students, we check our students' knowledge based on the previous year.
Bu kishi aytadiki, qanday qilib bolalarni qo'llab-quvvatlab ularga yaxshi o'rgatish.
Okay, we know that it is vital that teachers have access to reliable information, okay, to support making the best decisions. So by testing our students based on what they've learned the previous year, we know what to do with them the year going forward.
Bu kishi birinchi kelgan paytda shu o'quvchilarni test ko'rdi. Ular nimani biladi? Undan keyin ularni qanday qilib qo'llab-quvvatlab, ularni qanday qilib yaxshi o'qitish kerakligi haqida.
Okay, so baseline assessments help schools to understand their students' needs, to get a measure of each individual's aptitude.
Hop, mana shu o'quvchilar bo'yicha hammasini individual, ya'ni bitta shu o'quvchilarni o'rganib yakun.
Okay, so I'll send this presentation through, then it can be translated, because if I go from slide to slide, we might be having a problem. Okay, so I just want to bring up, okay, so I'm going to bring up this specific slide where we are going to do some form of group work, okay, if we can. And when I step into my class, when I step into my lessons, okay, I want to ensure that I teach in such a way that I get the best out of my students. Test ko'rdi. Qolgan ana slaydlarda ko'rdingiz, u kishi birinchi diagnoz qo'ygan o'quvchilarga. O'zi ana darajasi qanday? Shunga qarab 5 ta ana o'ylab chiqdi. O'zimizga mos keladigan. Okay. The traditional way of teaching is that the teacher stands in front and does all the talking.
Traditional teaching degani mahalliy o'qitish, ya'ni hozir bolalarga qanday dars berayotgan. Mana shuni research qilib, ya'ni o'rganib, tadqiq qilib, bu kishi shuni tavsiya qilyapti. Okay. Do everyone agree with that? The traditional way of teaching? Okay. What is the new way of teaching? Let me get some feedback from the audience. Hatta yangi o'sha an'anaviy ta'limdan sizga universitetda yoki boshqa joylarda o'rgatilgan. Mana shu o'rgatilgan ta'limdan qanday boshqa yo'l bor sizda? Qanday yangi metodika bor sizda o'qitishga deyapti?
qanday bor kim aytadi deyapti.
Any feedback from teachers? What is the modern way of teaching or the new way of teaching?
Yangi o'qitish bo'yicha kimda qanday o'qitish, yangi o'qitish an'analari bor?
Good morning. I use in my lesson 2 aspects: listening, writing, reading, and writing. Okay, and I use only
Kinesthetic
uh-huh, and tactile. And at first, my pupils, when they listening, then writing, and that's why I use him to explain the words, new words also.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so for visual learners
Yes.
as well? Perfect. Okay. How about our IT teachers? Do they do most of the talking in class? Or do they allow students to participate in the lessons?
Sinfxonada dars o'tayotgan paytda baland ovozda gapirib dars o'tadi.
Students participate? Okay, so we need to keep our students engaged in the lesson. Okay? Okay, students are engaged with challenging situations and they work with the knowledge that you've taught them before.
Hop. Studentlar dars paytida aktiv bo'lish kerak, ya'ni harakat qilish kerak o'rganishga. Bilimni o'rganishga, ana uxlar, dankasa bo'lib o'tirmaslik kerak. Engaging degani mana bu anodan bilsangiz bo'ladi. Mana motorlardan ham shunday bola ana o'qib turish kerak, ruhlanib encourage bo'lib turish kerak. Ya'ni ruhlanib turish kerak, bilim olaman deb turish kerak. Qiziq turish kerak.
Hamma bola shunday bo'lishi kerak.
Ha. He said a lot of engaging.
Perfect. Okay. The next stage, okay, is to explore. Okay, students investigate. Okay, something that you've given to them. Maybe you can say, do some research on a certain topic. Okay, and all the research will be based on a topic that you've taught them already.
O'quvchilar research bo'lish keraklar. Ya'ni bu bilimga mana o'zidan qanday kreativ bo'lish kerak deyaptilar. Bu degani g'oyasi juda ham yaxshi bo'lish kerak. Ya'ni ikkita narsani bir-biriga qo'shib olish kerak. Ularda xotira taraflama, har bir ma'lumotni olish bo'yicha ularda ana bo'lish kerak. G'oya bo'lish kerak. Qanday?
Okay. The next stage, after you've done that, then you've got time to explain to the students. Explain what they have learned. Okay? We are saying that the teacher is the guide on the side, not the sage on the stage.
Xo'p, siz bir joyda o'tirish kerak emas. Hamma narsani o'zi ana o'qib berish kerak. Yo'q, o'zi explain, tasvirlab berish kerak. Hamma narsani. Har qanday bilimni berishda uni hammasini tasvirlay olish kerak. Nimaligini.
Ko'rgazmali qurollar bilan.
Mana bu kishi aytadi, bu juda ham zo'r metod, chunki bilim ko'rinmaydi ustozlar. U ovqat maski yeb tashlasangiz. Chunki explainda juda ham kerak gapdagi. Tushuntirib berish, tasvirlab berish. Shu ma'lumotni tasvirlash. Juda ham o'ta muhimligi.
Can I just say that there's teachers sitting here that's got much more teaching experience than me.
Bu kishida juda ham ko'p o'qituvchilik bor ekan. Davrlari. Experience degani o'sha tajribalari. Juda ham ko'p tajriba, o'qituvchilik tajribasi bor ekan.
I'm not standing here like an expert.
Lekin bu kishi ekspert emas ekan.
Okay? We can learn from each other.
Bir-birimizdan o'rganamiz.
Okay? So, the reason why I'm here is as a director from the agency to say, come and give some of your knowledge that you've learned.
Agar siz bizga o'rgatasiz, bilimingizdan biz sizga o'rgatamiz.
Florence.
exchanging information. And the perfect setting for me would have been if we could have been in an auditorium where we could have had group work, okay? But that's unfortunately not the case. We are sitting like we are
Yeah.
in a choir,
Yeah.
okay? So, okay, let me finish this slide, okay? Students then apply their knowledge, okay, in new situations. So we should not be teaching towards a question paper. We should give students generic information that they can use in different situations.
Bolalarga bitta ma'lumotni berayotgan paytda turli xil uslublar bilan tushuntirish kerak. Faqat bir xil nimalar bilan tushuntirish kerak emas. Yangi yo'llar. Misol uchun hayotga bog'lab demoqchi maqsad. Hayotiy vaziyatlarga bog'lasangiz, bolalarni esida qolishi juda ham oson bo'ladi.
Okay, and then finally, students can reflect on their own knowledge, okay? The same way that you would be reflecting at the end of the session. What did I learn? What was new? And what knowledge am I building on?
Hop, buni ular bilan qayta aloqa degan narsa bor. Bu kishi aytadiki, ular qaytarish kerak degan narsa. Qaytarmasa, xarob bo'lmaydi. Esda chiqadi.
Okay, perfect. So I will send this presentation to you. They also give you some other online resources to get some information on the specific topic.
Bu xohlagan mavzuga mana shu onlayn, mana shu saytlardan olsangiz bo'ladi ekan. Juda muhim, agar rasmiy sur'atda agar kimga kerakli bo'lsa, qanday qilib o'qitish bo'yicha hamma ma'lumotlar bor. Har qanday mavzuga.
Okay. Okay. So,
Do you have a question? Do you have a work and present stuff?
yes.
Huh?
Yani
It is English language or
Saytga kirib, saytni o'z tilida tarjima qilasiz.
English language?
Google tarjimalar.
English
Google Translate'dan tarjima qilasizda kirgan vaqtingiz.
Yes. Okay. Okay. So I was told that I've got an hour. Okay. So I'm going to try and give you as much information in this period of time. So what I would have done as an engaging teacher.
Hozir menda juda ham ko'p ma'lumotlar. Bir soatda sizga hammasini berishga nima qilaman, harakat qilaman. Menda juda ham ma'lumotlar ko'p.
Okay. I would have said, okay, let's group in groups of 5 or 10, okay, and complete the activity.
Hop. Guruh bo'yicha 5ta
Bir qator
Okay. I'm not going to ask him to do it now. Okay. So I'm just showing them an example. Okay. So then I would have said, okay, based on what you've learned, apply it onto the knowledge that you've learned. What is engaging? Okay. Instead of sitting, our students need to be active in class.
O'quvchilar bayağı aytganimdek, klassda juda ham harakatchan bo'lishi kerak. Ularda agar harakatchanligi bo'lsa, ular bo'ladi.
So, okay. And in order to make matters easier for students, and that's why it's besides the fact that we are not sitting in group, we also have another challenge, which is the language of English.
Hop, mening metodlarim juda ham oson. O'quvchilarda qo'llashga ham. Shuni hozir sizlarga bir kishi beradi, qo'llab ko'rsatadi. Keyin sizlar o'quvchilarda qo'llab berasiz.
Okay, so in a perfect world, I would have said, let's sit in groups of 5. One person in the group can speak English properly or can read English.
Hop, ingliz tilini biladigan bo'lish kerak. 5 har bir guruhda 5 kishidan iborat bo'lishi kerak. İngiliz tili o'qituvchilari bor bizda. Anaqa yerda bitta o'qirimizda. Ustoz bir almashin.
I understand, but it's not gonna work in this setup right now. I'm gonna, if I get 2 English teachers, it means I'm gonna what they can do is translate and maybe they can share some of
How many groups do you have?
Would they want us to work in groups? We can work in groups. Okay? Perfect? Yes? Okay. So what I will do then, okay, in groups that would like to participate, I think I've got about, let me see. Okay, I think I
How
will-
many groups do you need?
2 groups. How many teachers do we have? 3 teachers? 3 English teachers? Okay. So we can have 3 groups.
Uchta guruhga bo'lamiz, uchta ingliz
And then we will also have an explanation of each when a student is engaged. Okay? So I will put this here for you to read through, to have an understanding when do we see that the student is engaged? Okay? When do we need to explore, and then we can paste it on the relevant places. Okay? You understand?
İngiliz dili o'qituvchilar
So
yo'qmi yana?
if you want to, you can get up, you can come and read.
İngiliz dili o'qituvchilar.
Okay? So we'll do that for 5 minutes. Okay?
ingliz tilida yo'qda bizada bo'l tarjima nima qilamiz
hamma kriteriya bo'yicha boyagi 5 ta.
You can move, you can get up. Okay. What's happening now, or what should have happened, what is called interactive learning.
Xo'p. Ya'ni o'sha harakatlanib o'tiladigan darsda afzalligi.
So, if I had this workshop in a wall, I would have had engage, maybe pasted up on a table, okay? And then have the explanation of what engage mean, okay? And then have the students or have the teachers complete the activity. Okay? Can you explain?
Bu kishi aytyaptiki, mana engageni agar tushunmasangiz, mana ta'rifi bor. Unda nima, qanday yo'llarga ishlatiladi, nima qiladi.
See, I can't have the activity going on because if this is my class, I would have some students busy and some students not being busy. And that creates chaos, okay, in my classroom.
Teacher mode?
No. What I'm saying is, when you plan for an activity, you want the whole class to be engaged. You don't just want some students to be engaged. Okay, that's why the activity can't work.
Bu kishi aytyaptiki, mana shunday bo'lmasligi kerak. Misol uchun 3 kishi ishlayapti-ku hozir. Sinfxonada lekin bunday bo'lmasligi kerak. Hamma o'quvchi mana shu aktiv bo'lishi kerak. Hamma yopishishi kerak mana shu narsaga. Explore qilib, mana shuni o'qib, o'rganib, eng yaxshi javob berishga hamma birday harakat qilish kerak.
Okay, that's why planning is so important in our classrooms.
Sinfxonada o'yin, mana shunday o'yin qilib nima qilib o'rgatish juda ham muhim ekan, bilim berishga.
Okay, so as some of the students are busy in the class,
agar sinfxonada nima qilmaydigan o'quvchilar ham bor-ku. Ya'ni dangasaroq.
okay, you need to have differentiated learning happening.
Nima endi o'rgatishingizni unga nima qilishingiz kerak. uzatish kerak. Ya'ni unga aytishingiz kerak, qilishingiz kerak. Uni o'tirib qo'yishga qo'yib qo'ymasligingiz kerak.
Sometimes you've got students that work faster, and sometimes you have students that working a bit slower.
Hop. Mana shu o'qitayotgan payt o'quvchilar deyapti, mana shu o'ynayotgan jarayonda, mana shu metodika bo'layotgan jarayonda o'quvchilar o'sha aylan harakatlanar ekan. Mana shu paytda bir tez harakatlanishni.
Okay, so while some students are working, I'm going to go on with the presentation. Okay, when your students are engaged, okay, in your lesson, you try to excite and to draw your students from their curiosity. Students, children are very curious beings.
Birinchisi, engaging, ya'ni o'sha harakatchan bo'lish kerak. Bola gapirayotgan uni definition, ya'ni qanday qilib bunday bo'lishini aytadi. To excite, draw your child or bunday aytadiki, bola mana shu chizayotgan yoki yozayotgan narsasidan judayam mamnun bo'lishi kerak.
Okay, it's very important that we allow students to do their own research.
Mana shu ikkinchi kriteriyasida, ikkinchi modelda bu kishi aytadiki, o'quvchilar bir-biriga mustaqil o'rganish orqali o'zlari, misol uchun hamma o'quvchi ham bitta narsani biladi. To'g'ri. Mana shu bitta narsasini bir-biriga ulab, bir yaxshi bir narsani nima qilish kerak?
O'rgatish kerak.
Okay, during the explain stage, students also have an opportunity to hear from their teacher through a presentation like this.
Hop. Ya'ni o'sha bitta ma'lumotni tasvirlab berayotgan paytda o'quvchilar qanday o'qituvchisidan o'rgangan narsalarni qanday qilib eshitgan bo'lsa, mana shunga o'xshatib tasvirlay olish kerak o'quvchilar.
Okay, during the elaborate stage, students can participate in an extended activity.
Bunda o'quvchilar turli xil harakat yo'llar orqali nimaga ustoziga narsalar orqali ko'rsatib berish kerak. Boyagi nima qilgan narsasini, mana bu bilayotgan narsasini. O'zidan nima chiqish kerak, biror narsa bera olish kerak deyaptilar. Haqiqiy mana shunday deb. Bitta narsa yasash kerak.
Okay, question, who knows what is lesson objectives?
Jigtawsni kim eshitadi?
Lesson objectives.
Jigtaw.
Do we know what is lesson objectives?
Nobody listens.
No? Okay. Lesson objectives is what you are going to do in class.
O'rgatadi, nima qilish kerak sinfxonada? Nima qilish kerak?
What is your topic?
Sizning mavzungiz nima? O'rgatadi.
When you walk into your class, you should write your lesson objective on the board.
O gapirib, doskaga yozish kerak.
Okay. Students should see what is your lesson objective. Why am I sitting here? If a student is in your class and he does not know why he's here, you might lose his attention.
O'quvchilar ko'rish kerak narsani. Mana shu misol uchun telefon. Misol uchun mana objekt degani telefon bo'lsa, telefon misol uchun. Qanday bor buni nima rasmga tushirsa bo'ladi. Mana shunday objekt orqali tushuntirsangiz esda qoladi.
Do we explain to our students why they are in class at the beginning of the lesson?
Shunday narsalarni qo'llaysizlarmi?
So we don't call it lesson objectives. What do we call it?
Nimalarni qo'llaysizlar? Eshitish uchun. Yaxshi eshitishim bola.
What do we tell the student when they walk into the class?
Like Prezentatsiya.
Mavzuni savol bilan boshlash.
So when I started the lesson today, my lesson objectives was on the board. Okay? 5 instructional model, traditional, online or blended learning. Okay?
Bu kishining 5 ta modeli onlayn kursi ham bor ekan. Mana shu qanday qilib mahalliy o'qitishda onlayn shakli ham bor ekan.
Okay. So now I think the students can stop. Okay?
Hop, sizlar vaqtlaringiz tugabdi.
Okay.
5 minutes is up. Yes.
Your time is up. Okay. You can keep the documentation. Okay. My job was not to test you. My job was to show you how you can facilitate.
Bu kishining vazifasi sizdan test olish emas, tilingizni o'lchash emas, lekin qanday qilib shu bolalarga o'rgatishni o'zining bilimlarini ulash uchun kelib.
Okay. So I will send, like I said, I created a Telegram group, which I will send a link to you, and then you can send the link to everyone else in another group, and then I will put all this information in that Telegram group.
Kishi hammasini menga tashlaydi. Kimga kerak bo'lsa, kimga qiziq bo'lsa, hammaga tashlab beraman. Mana shunday hamma ma'lumotlar bo'ladi. Qanday qilish bo'yicha yozib, o'zlaringiz qo'llasangiz bo'ladi.
So what I have on the board here is a classic example of a lesson plan. Okay? So here I've got the lesson plan that is planned.
This yeah, subject plan.
Okay, so here is a lesson that's planned with the 5 E's. Okay? Okay, so the lesson starts with 3 minutes to engage the student. Okay, and what you will need in the lesson.
Rejasi, mana shu rejada nima kerakligi mana shu yerda yozilgan. Hammasi yozilgan.
Okay. Then we will explore. Okay. In the lesson, we will explore what all the tools that we have. Okay. I'm giving you this as an example. You can put in your own information in there.
Bu explorda ham hamma nima kerakli narsalarni o'zim tahlil qo'yibman deyapti. Lekin bundan tashqari sizda yana qo'shish imkoniyati bo'lsa, agar fikr kelib qolsa, sizga bemalol qo'shib foydalanishingiz mumkin.
Okay. And then okay. And then you can also have some form of assessment during the class. Okay, in this case, we've got something called an exit ticket. Okay, and you can please read the exit ticket to them. Every time the learner learns something in class, we can now say, before you leave, tell me the following 3 things. Okay?
Hop, bu yerda ishda narsa bor ekan, bu sizga xuddi anavday chiptadek darsga kirishingizda mana shunday narsalar. Bu birinchisi, ishda narsa siz shu darsga kirsiz, shuni ishda narsani o'rganasiz. Mana shu birinchisi. Undan keyin ikkinchisi sizda ishda savol bor. Uchinchisi mana sinfda hech bo'lmaganda bitta narsa bo'lishi kerak. Odamni nima qiladigan, ko'nglini ko'taradigan, misol uchun enjoy qiladigan narsa ko'nglini ko'tarib, mana bitta narsa borda, bu shundan tashqari inson xursand bo'lsa, unga tez yetadi, tez oladi, kayfiyatga oladi. Misol uchun xuddi bilim olish ham ish qilishga o'xshaydi. Ishsiz kayfiyatingiz bo'lmasa, ish qila olmaysiz. Shunday kayfiyatingiz bo'lmasa, bilim ham olmaysiz.
Okay? So, if, for instance, this is the end of the lesson, and I'm now giving you your exit ticket, I'm going to ask you, can you please tell me 3 things that you've learned from this lesson?
Birinchisi aspekti mana shu 3 ta narsani bilib, mana shu analoglashish kerak.
Can they tell me, did they learn anything?
Yeah.
Okay. Can they tell me one?
Yeah.
Anyone?
Kimdir aytamiz shu analoglashish nima bormi? Mana shu ishda.
Even just one thing.
Mana shu ishda narsa bo'yicha. Mana bu ishda. 3 things that they have learned from this lesson.
From my talk. From my talk. Anything that they've, 3 things that, or one thing they've learned from this talk.
Bu kishilar shu darsda hozir bormi?
Okay, nothing? Perfect, no problem. Is there any questions that they have?
yoki savol bormi? Agar sizdan savol bormi shu yana bo'yicha bu kishiga? Savollar esa bemalol beraverasiz bu kishi. I have a question for you. This is have IQ and EQ. Our traditional learning is that method EQ. Yeah. My question is for you, what kind of difference IQ and EQ?
IQ is to do with intelligence, and EQ is got to do with emotional intelligence. What is your question?
It is important. Emotional
intelligence is very important. We need to care about our students. Okay, that's why one of my presentations. Okay. Can you explain what your question was to them?
Men bu kishiga savol berdim, mana ingliz tilini endi unchalik bilmayman, hozir ham unchalik zo'r tarjima qilayotganim yo'q. Men tarjima emasman, lekin to'g'ridan to'g'ri buni tarjima ham qilish qiyin. Misol uchun bitta tilni bilganim bilan men bu kishidan tushunayotganim bilan buni bu tarjima qilish juda ham qiyin. O'zingizni tilingizni juda ham yaxshi bilish kerak, bu tilni ham ona tilini bilish kerak. Undan tashqari buni ulash ham kerak. Ya'ni kreativ ham kerak-da. Shuning uchun men bu kishiga bergan savolim butun dunyoda hozir zamonaviy nimada ta'lim berish jarayonida ikkita anodan foydalaniladi. Ya'ni hop, bizda bilim darajasini baholaymiz, to'g'rimi? Lekin mana chet el davlatlarida emotsiya darajasini ham baholaydi. Men mana shu emotsiya darajasini baholash muhimmi maktablarda o'zi? Bizda unday baholanmaydi. Misol uchun bizda emotsiyani baholaydigan yo'q. Uning anosi bor, ekvivalenti, ya'ni uni o'rnini bosadigan odam axloqiga, tarbiyasiga javob beramiz deymiz, lekin bu tarbiya bilan emotsiyani baholash boshqacha, sal boshqacharoqda, unga to'g'ri kelmay qoladi.
Okay, so that's why one of my topics for today would have been at the end of the lesson, at the end of the session would have been mindfulness.
Yeah. Mana shu dars oxirida sizga prezentatsiya bor ekan, maqsad shu haqida.
Okay, so I've got a question, okay? I've got a question for the teachers, which you can translate, okay?
O'qituvchilarda stress bo'lishining sababi nima? Stress degani anoda yo'q, stress bu tushkunlikka tushish. O'qituvchi tushkunlikka tushishining sababi nimada deb savol beradi. Nima uchun tushkunlikka tushadi? Vay. Kam haq qilish.
more money.
So for me, okay, like I said, my mindset for today was to have at least 2 to 3 hours with you. That was my mindset.
Bu kishining arosi 2 soat mana shu dars o'tib berishak.
Okay. I've planned a lot of activities with you. Activity. So I will give you the lesson plans. I wanted you to complete the lesson plan. Okay.
Afsuslarga juda ham ko'p narsa bilan kelgan ekan bu kishi. O'sha yozish, o'qish, eshitib qolganlarni qilish bo'yicha kelgan ekan. Hamma narsalarni o'zi bilan olib ketdi. He said that difficult art, they don't understand English.
I know. To Sundam. Uzbek chut-chut, Ruski chut-chut. English balsoy.
Yeah, English is terrific.
But yeah, so that I will say gentleman. Okay, as teachers, you are a teacher, I'm a teacher, okay? We all have the same stressors, okay? You can just read the first ones, like workload and time constraints. There's never enough time for teachers, okay? Classroom management challenges. How do we deal with our students? High expectations and accountability. The principal wants the marks, okay?
Nima tushkunlikka chiqadi? Bizda vaqt yo'q. Bizda xonalar, bizda o'qishimiz kerak. O'zimizda ishlashimiz kerak, o'qishimiz kerak. Yana daftar yozish, mana shu bizning bizni tushkunlikka tushiradigan narsa deyapti. Bizda vaqt kam, ish ko'p.
Okay, more problems, lack of resources and support. Lots of lack of resources, work-life balance, rabota familiar, okay, and constant changes, okay, and adaptations, okay. Then do this, then do that.
Bizda resurslarning kamligi bu nima deyapti? Life balance. Bizda oila bor, bola bor, xabar, undan tashqari o'zimizda ishlarimiz bor. Hamma narsaga ado qilish kerak, lekin unga nima yo'q, vaqt yo'q.
Okay, and lots of this is going to affect on our bodies, physical effects, emotional strains, okay, reduced job satisfaction, I didn't enjoy my job, or decreased performance and stress.
Istiqjomimiz kasal bo'lib qolishi mumkin. Boshqa narsa qilib qolishimiz mumkin. Mana shu narsalar bizga juda ham katta xalaqit beradi. Bu narsalar bizga stressga olib keladi. Ya'ni kasal bo'lib qoldik, mana yerda bugun 4-5 soat darsingiz bor edi, qolib ketdi. 25 ta bola bo'lsa, 25 tadan o'quvchi bo'lsa, nechta bo'ladi? 125 ta. 125 tani 40 minutdan daqiqasini olib, 45 minutdan qancha vaqt bo'ladi? Mana shu narsani o'ylab, tushkunlikka tushirmayapti.
So, okay, we would look at something called mindfulness and just be present, okay? Even if you just sit down and just focus on the now. Everything that matters is where you are right now. You're sitting there, you are listening to me. Don't worry about what happened yesterday. Don't worry about what's going to happen in 10 minutes time. Just focus on what is happening now. That is what mindfulness is.
Sizda yana stressga tushadi. Kecha nima bo'ldi o'ylamang. Bundan keyin nima bo'ladi o'ylamang. Hozirni o'ylab yashang. Hozirgi daqiqa lahza muhim. Hozir darsdagi sizda eng muhim narsangiz hozir. Kechagi o'tib ketdi, kelajak hali kelmadi. Hozir muhim deyapti.
Okay. So what does it do? It helps with all of those aspects, okay? And it builds the resilience. Your counselor knows best. Psychologist knows the best. Listen to the psychologist. Okay? So if you are good, you are yaxshi, the students will be juda yaxshi. Okay?
Hop, bu kishi aytyaptiki, bizlarga yordamga keladi mana shu narsalar. Mana shu narsalarga yordamga keladi. Mana shu tushkunlikda Inglizimizda boshqa sabablarni shu darsni qilyapmiz. Stress tushkunlikni yo'qotish birinchisi. Keyin hop, o'zimizning emotsiyalarimizni nima qilish? Boshqarish. Har bir narsaga mana bu yerda ayrim kishilar ham ekan, hamma narsaga mana o'qishga ulgurmaslik kerak. Mana emotsiyani boshqarish mumkin-da. Mana shu. Uni o'zining alohida keyin fokus diqqatni bir joyga qaratish. Boshqani. Hop, o'zimizda ishlash. O'zimizda doim ishlab borish. Hop. Jismoniy holatni yaxshilash. Keyin judayam yaxshi mexanizmlarni o'ziga arab olish. Misol uchun bitta ustozni ko'rdingizmi, qandaydir darsda judayam zo'r arabsi bormi, mexanizmni ishlash bo'yicha undan nusxa olish. Sizlar shunday qilib boshlasangiz, sinov bo'lib ketadi.
Okay, so just make sure that you focus on yourself as well. Look after yourself. Take care of yourself. So that was one of the exercises I would have done at the end of today's activity. So I'm just cramming everything in within the time that I'm here.
Hop, bu kishi sizlarga nima qiladiki, bitta mashg'ulotlar.
Okay, another aspect that I would have done with you as a group, which I completely understand, is I would have done an activity with you. Now, this activity that I would have done with you, kimat paper, okay, lots of paper that I had to print because I wanted to do group work. And what happens in this group work is the fact that you listen to the video, and it helps with listening skills and reading skills, okay? It would have assisted you as a class, okay? So as the students listen to the video, okay, they must listen and then they will have to complete the worksheet, okay?
Hop, bu kishi hozir sizlarni o'qish analizni tekshirib ko'rayotgan, qobiliyatingizni va eshitish qobiliyatingizni tekshirib ko'rayotgan. Mana shu video orqali nima sodir bo'lyapti, nima ketyapti, shuni aniqlab ko'ramiz.
Okay, so it's a scenario-based question, okay, and there's different roles for each person in the group, okay? So one person would write, the other person would be in charge of all the key terms to explain and to listen to know what the key terms are about, okay? And like you would see now, the video also gives you time to complete the question, okay?
Kishi aytyaptiki, ikki kishi kerak buni bajarish uchun. Bittasi qarab, keywordni, ya'ni gaplarga chizib qo'yib, javoblar varaqasiga chizib borish kerak, nima deyapti bu yerda. Bittasi uni aniq qilib borish kerak, nazorat qilib borish kerak. Bittasi analar tagiga chizib boryapti, nima dedi? Bunda bor, tayyor, worksheetda. Bor, bittasi chizib borish kerak, bittasi nima qilish kerak.